Today we're talking about the words travel, trip, journey, voyage, and adventure. The most basic meaning of travel is just to go from one place to another. For example, the ball traveled through the air. But when we talk about a person traveling, it usually means that they are going somewhere far away. Although we sometimes say travel to work or travel to school, usually we use this word to talk about longer distances. For example, going to another city or another country. When we go to one place, we use the preposition to. For example, I want to travel to Poland. But when we go to multiple places within one area, we use around. For example, they spent 2 months traveling around Europe. As a noun, travel means the activity of traveling, and it is usually uncountable. For example, my company pays for all of my travel. And although we don't use it as a singular noun, we do sometimes use it as a plural noun. This makes it sound like someone has been traveling for a long time or traveled to many interesting places. For example, if a friend returned from 3 months of traveling, you could say, I would love to hear about your travels. A trip is when someone goes somewhere, stays there for a bit, and then comes back. For example, I enjoyed my trip to Ghana. Or, I'm saving money for a trip to Italy. And we often use trip with either go on or take. For example, I'd like to go on a trip to Egypt. Or, last month I went on a trip to Madagascar. As far as I know, there isn't any big difference between go on and take. You can use either one, and they mean the same thing. A journey is just when you go from one place to another. A trip includes staying in that place and then returning to the original place. A journey does not. A journey is just the first part, going from one place to another place. For example, the journey from Washington, D.C. to Bangkok, Thailand takes about 24 hours. That means that it takes about 24 hours to get to Bangkok from Washington, D.C. And journey is usually used with either go on or make. We often use make when we are talking about a specific journey. For example, I've made the journey from Washington, D.C. to Bangkok about 10 times in my life. I would only use go on with a journey or journeys. For example, he went on a 6-hour journey. Or, she has gone on many journeys. Journey can also be used as a verb, but it's not very common. It sounds more like something that would be in a novel or a poem. For example, they journeyed north to the kingdom of ice. A voyage is a long journey, usually by ship. For example, the voyage across the Atlantic used to take about 2 months. The verb that we usually use with voyage is make. For example, they made the voyage across the ocean. However, we don't usually use the word voyage to talk about the present or things that happened recently. We usually only use it to talk about history. And finally, we have adventure. When we use adventure as a countable noun, it basically means an exciting trip that might have surprises and or danger. For example, He told me stories about his adventures in the Amazon. And the countable noun is sometimes used with go on. For example, I want to go on an adventure. As an uncountable noun, adventure basically means the experience of things that are new, unusual, exciting, and/or dangerous. For example, he went there seeking adventure. That means that he went there because he wanted to experience new and exciting things. And those are the main ways that we use these words. As always, please feel free to try writing some sentences with them and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for watching.